Checking for downloadable content. What downloadable content is there in this game?
I don't think there is any.
Well, there's a check for it when you boot up the game, so.
Hmm. Let's see. What can I hear?
Can you hear Mikey's? Can you hear Lily's? Can you hear games?
Unfortunately, I can hear all audio. All is a go.
Unfortunately, you are not deaf yet.
Yeah.
I'll just have to keep screaming penis.
Penis! Penis! Oh, hi, Imaginary.
Hi.
Oh, hi,
my
Ari.
goodness! Ari! I've missed you, Ari.
I've missed you guys too. I've just been busy.
That's okay. That's okay. How have you
Yeah,
been, though? Good?
I'm alright. I had to go to the ER the other day.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, shit. Are you okay?
I'm fine. I just thought I might have broken my toe. And then I got a doctor.
Did
And
you sprain your toe? Or
I hit it really, really hard on the metal leg of some patio furniture.
Ooh.
And it's still kind of ouchy, but that's okay.
I wonder how many podiatrists secretly have foot fetishes.
Mikey, why are we?
That's a good question.
Why is this a question we're asking?
That is a very good question, Lily.
Why would you want to choose to work with feet in the first place?
That is a very good question, Lily. Why are we? We may never know. We simply know that we are. Oh, hey, a stream ping. I should check it. I wonder what my good friend Lily has written about me. He went in what hole?
Okay, question, guys. I posed this the other day, but it's kind of a bad question. My apologies. This comes off wrong. But would a cat girl, if she was per se blind, need like a service dog or like a dog girl in anime? Would they like need a service dog?
I don't see why they wouldn't.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I can imagine that as like a slice of a filler episode in a slice of life anime where like a cat girl working at a cafe or something goes temporarily blind and like her dog coworker tries to be her seeing eye dog and gets into mischief.
That would be funny.
I've been thinking about that. I was like, I wonder.
I am now wondering about service animals in furry worlds now.
Yeah, no.
Is seeing eye dog in furry world, is seeing eye dog a profession?
Yes, that would be a really good profession.
Or like,
it's imaginary.
Squad dog.
Oh, honey, that would just be that would just be a German Shepherd furry.
No, that's what in the TV show Bluey, the mom works as a bomb sniffing dog.
Chili?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
That's kind of crazy lore. Hello.
I know nothing about Bluey lore. I'm not even aware of the
I
fact
only
that there
know
is Bluey
somebody
lore.
else pointed it out for me.
You know, Harley, hey baby.
Okay, so if there are no more distractions, I think it's time Starburst read her line.
No, I will. Very well. The court will hear Mr. Canis' testimony. If you would be so kind.
I would be so rude. Gladly. Oh, good boy, Helmut. Yes, who's a good boy?
not even the weirdest conversation we've ever had live. So.
Canis's defense. Perhaps you might begin by explaining what you believe my motive to have been. Oh, hey, it's that thing we were harping on last session.
Motive! Wow!
I never knew this horse. I had no contact with him. No connection whatsoever. Given that this is the case, why would I possibly wish him dead? No contact, huh? No contact at all.
Alright, guys, I hope you have fun tonight. Have a great night. I just wanted you guys to hear from Arya again so you know she was okay.
Okay,
good.
good
I'm happy.
to know you let her out of the basement.
The basement! I
No, she
enjoyed
let me out
listening.
of the basement.
She got an hour of fresh air time tonight. That's good.
Alright, bye.
Bye.
Ah, you are suggesting that it was my canine companion who had the motive instead? You wouldn't do a thing like that, would you, Helmut? No, no. Helmut only bares his fangs when I tell him to. I am not so bloodthirsty that I would kill a man I did not know.
I mean, when he puts it that way...
An assassin who only kills his acquaintances. Not the soundest business model, I agree. My work required me to deal with strangers, of course, but murder for its own sake, that is not my style. So I need to prove a link between Knight and Canis, and this is all a shaggy dog story because we've already figured out that obviously he's not the culprit. I should go over the evidence again and see what I can discover. My motive. I'm puzzled by this focus on motive. Aren't you an assassin? Assassin or not, Mr. Edgeworth, I do not spill blood for nothing. I'm a murderer who takes commissions, not requests. Neither in a professional nor in a private capacity. That is just not how it is done. Is it, boy? No, no, it is not. On tricks, we run the town. Whole world singing our sound.
You know, unironically, I think Canis would absolutely love that movie. Unironically.
Do you think he'd be more of a Huntrix fan or a Saja Boys fan? Like if he went to McDonald's, would he get the Saja meal or the Huntrix meal?
Is he for girl power? That's the question. I don't know.
I never knew this horse. I had no contact with him. No connection whatsoever.
Rainbow connection.
Hold
it! You didn't know who he was. That is quite unlike you, Mr. Canis. You overestimate me, Mr. Edgeworth. Perhaps you had a harder time putting me in here than I had realized, but I am no master criminal. That said, you are no run-of-the-mill prisoner, either. You're the fixer, correct? I find it highly unlikely that a man in such a position would have no knowledge of the new detainee at all. Then you have a rather inflated idea of my position. I have my connections, yes, but I am not all-knowing. I am only mostly knowing. And I knew nothing of this horse. Why would I want him dead? You're an assassin. Since when have you needed a motive? Money qualifies as a motive, Mr. Edgeworth. He's a strange man, isn't he, Helmut? Yes, yes he is. Yes he is. Is he a fool? A genius? It's so hard to say. Drop the act, Mr. Canis, and answer the question. No, you will answer mine. Who am I, Mr. Edgeworth? I am the very same person you caught. An assassin. A murderer for hire. Were I one to kill without rhyme or reason, I would still be free to recite sutras in peace out there. Ah, could it be you are suggesting that it was my canine companion who had the motive instead?
Hold it!
Of course not, but your dog was trained to kill. What is this man talking about, Helmut? Why would he say such an awful thing about you, He is a silly man, that is what he is, yes. Then perhaps he killed the wrong person. That would explain the lack of motive. Do your precious police dogs attack people willy-nilly? Have some respect, Mr. Edgeworth. If you are going to accuse Helmut of something, at least show us some evidence to back up your claims. I would if I had any. Helmut only bares his fangs when I tell him to.
Hold it!
Then you must have done so, didn't you? You ordered the horse's death. Oh, Mr. Edgeworth, you'll have to try harder than that. Forgotten what I just said. Yes, here, let me hit the history button. I did not know the horse. I did not even know that name. If you are going to insist otherwise, then the least you can do is show us some sort of proof. He must show us some proof, mustn't he, Helmut? Yes, he must. Is this how you talk to Curry?
Just a little bit.
Whether it was Canis or his dog that committed the killing, Knight wouldn't be dead if Canis himself hadn't wanted him to be. So my first order of business should be to prove that Canis and Knight knew each other. No connection whatsoever. Why are you making a safety save? No reason.
Objection!
You're getting sloppy-toppy, Mr. Canis. You may have trained your dog to clean up your mess, but some things still require a human touch. We can't outsource them to AI yet. We found this in the victim's room. It is the record of a game of correspondence chess. What's more, the game depicted matches the game laid out on your board. What? The number of possible games has been calculated to be 10 to the power of 120, and that is on the low end.
Wait, so that's 10 times 10, 120 times over, right? 100, 1000. I give up. I mean, what do you even call a number that big?
Fuckloads, that's what you call it.
Oh!
A vanishingly unlikely coincidence, that's what. Edgeworth said it in a classier way than I did.
I think classy. What do you mean? Classy enough. It's fine.
Now, tell us why you killed the horse. Unless, that is, you would prefer to explain the coincidence. Well, they do say that truth is stranger than fiction. It is, as you say, a coincidence.
Coincidence? I think not. But that's totally impossible. We just proved that.
I mean, to be fair, all we've proved is that our suspect and the victim were playing chess. We're playing chess over mail. Like we have not proven we have not come close to a shred of proof of motive.
Nope.
A coincidence of a different kind, child. I never imagined my correspondent was the victim, you see. And yet here we are. Helmut is as surprised as I am. Aren't you, Helmut? Yes, yes. Knight was playing correspondence chess against Canis. Did the two have some sort of connection, besides being fellow chess players? I suppose there's nothing for it but to finally tell the truth. Boy. The other prisoners had all gone to the yard for the milkshakes, you see. There was a show
My
of some
milkshake
sort, I
brings
believe.
all the boys to the yard.
And they're like, it's better than yours. Damn right,
Damn
it's
right.
better than
It's
yours.
better than yours. I can teach
I could
you.
teach
But
you,
I'll have-
but I would have to charge. Here I was, minding my own business, making my own milkshakes, when in comes Helmut, dragging a corpse of all things. I had quite the shock, not least because the murder weapon was still in the poor fellow's neck. Of course, I was none too keen on becoming a suspect, so I had Helmut take the body to the workshop. Once there, he removed the murder weapon and brought it back to me, just as I asked. The dog pulled out the murder weapon in the workshop? What kind of twisted game of Clue is this? Indeed he
Clue?
did. Removing it here would have made an awful mess, after all.
You know something? That makes total sense. Remember what Mr. Sod said? Remember what Mr. Sod said, Mr. Edgeworth?
A huge black dog had sunk his terrible teeth into the victim's throat. What did you just say? It was hellish. Utterly hellish. That beast, that awful beast, he killed him. I see. So what Mr. Sod actually saw was Helmut removing the murder weapon, then. Precisely. I can't say I wasn't a little disappointed that he was spotted, of course. I thought I taught you better than that, Helmut. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Silly boy, it's not like you to slip up like that, is it now? Daddy still loves you. And there you have it. That is about all there is to tell. I did not kill the man. At most, I am responsible for the removal of the weapon. Now, will that be all? Poor Helmut is growing restless. Sorry, but if you could entertain us for just a little longer, Mr. Canis. Fender? No offense,
Fender be
Palio,
useful?
but I don't think you quite told us everything. I'm sure we'd all like to know why you thought you needed to pull the chisel out in the first place. He's right. It makes sense that he would move the body to avoid suspicion. Canis had no reason at all to recover the murder weapon. So the mute one isn't as dumb as I thought.
Please answer the question, Mr. Canis.
It was because of the bell. The one attached to the chisel, and the one around Helmut's neck. Have a very distinctive design, if you will. Of course, they were something of a trademark of yours, were they not?
How does that even work?
I just don't get it. I don't either. I just don't get it. I don't either.
don't either.
Bodhidharma Canis, the blind butcher. His appearance was always announced by the sounds of bells of Notre Dame. The last sound his victims would ever hear. You flatter me. Though it's been some years since you last saw one of them, you remember them well. Your knife and its attached bell were one of the pieces of evidence seized in our case against you. Yes, it was but one of my bells, one of only 2 in existence. Just 2? 2 and only 2. One for my knife and one for my beloved Helmut. Exquisitely crafted, utterly unique. My ears are my guide, after all, and I must be able to use my tools. Precisely. Of course, as you said, the knife has long since been taken from me. Only two such bells exist. One is attached to Helmut the dog, the other to Canis's knife, which was seized by the police during his arrest. When Helmut brought the body to my cell, I was rather surprised to hear a familiar sound. At first, I was sure that my knife had been used to do the deed. But no, a chisel. An ordinary chisel. It's certainly no assassin's blade. Nonetheless, the bell would have suggested my involvement. Compounding the matter is the fact that I am the only person in this prison permitted to use such tools. It was clear that I would become the prime suspect, and so the chisel had to be removed and hidden.
Hold it!
You still claim that all you did was have the dog move the body? That you had nothing to do with the killing? How could I? I told you, the chisel is not mine. You need not take my word, Mr. Edgeworth. Why not have it checked for fingerprints?
Fingerprints. Eustace?
Oh, me? But I don't know how to check for prints.
Get forensics, useless.
Oh, right, I know how to do that. Oh, right, sure thing. Ow. We got 'em! Fingerprints! They're Mr. Knight's! And Mr. Canis's? Nope, just Mr. Knight's. Oh, and forensics said there's no sign of any prints having been wiped off. Only Knight's fingerprints. This isn't good.
This is no good.
Should I get them to check again? Now, do you see? I have never so much as touched that chisel. Helmut carried it in his mouth, that is all. Therefore, any prints must belong to whoever had it last. Arrgh. So the murder weapon belonged to the victim? Ooh, that's not helpful. As I said, I have not touched the chisel. Therefore, I cannot be the killer. Or do you wish to suggest otherwise? I've got nothing to counter with, but what could this mean? Is he not the killer after all? Is he actually telling the truth? No, he can't be.
I'm sure this goes without saying, Mr. Edgeworth. But if you do not find solution to your current predicament, and quickly, I will have little choice but to relieve you of your badge. But that's not very nice. Even my patience has a limit, and I will not tolerate you throwing this investigation into chaos. Am I clear?
You've done it now, sir! She's serious! You better go kill Chaos! I hate to admit it, but the fingerprints turn everything on its head. Without more evidence, I'm back to square one. I'm going to have to plug in Final Fantasy into my NES.
Wait, something doesn't add up. A few things, actually. What would Mr. Knight have needed a chisel for?
You can do a lot with a chisel, child. Break out of a prison, for one.
Alright, then he get it here.
Gee, I wonder.
Who hasn't been paying attention?
Is it me?
Yes. compartment's got quite a bit of space. It's almost like you fit a chisel in there. I could scroll my nest egg array in there and nobody would ever find it. What does...
She could stash her savings there.
Yeah.
Do you even have savings to hide?
Girls allowed to dream, you know.
See, that's why she wants to become a great thief, because she's poor.
Me too, girl. Understandable. Have a nice day. There's no way the guards would let him bring a super sharp tool in with him, right, Mr. Edgeworth? Hey, to Mr. Edgeworth!
Hmm.
You can't stand there hemming and hawing just because of a little setback.
Aww.
The important thing is find the truth, you know? It doesn't matter how we get there. As long as we save Simeon in the end. We can't give up now or ever.
Who is Simeon again?
What you mean, Edgeworth? It's our client.
Our client is a monkey? Yeah, what she said! I'll second that. You won me around with that, Kay. I'm half tempted to offer you a real job. It's like I said, the defense never rests. Or rather, like your pop said. What do you think lies at the heart of those words, Miles? Any guesses? The heart of those words? I suppose next you're going to be telling me that cards have hearts. It's like this. As defense attorneys, our client's fate rests on our shoulders. We're the only ones they can turn to. Simeon's our client, and we're the only ones who can save him. So we can't rest, not while he's counting on us. I'm not about to turn my back on your old man's legacy. Are you? I'm an associate with the defense now. No, I'm an associate with my father's firm. That is the role I have chosen, and that means that if I fail to save my client, I have failed in my duties. I will honor my father's vision and save Simeon Saint. No matter what setbacks I face, I cannot admit defeat. If one path is blocked, I must simply find another.
There we go. There's the Miles I know.
Who are you again?
Now let's find the new path forward. What do you mean?
Why do you keep following me around, random teenage girl?
Edgeworth, come on. Stop being mean. We can start by trying to figure out how Mr. Knight brought the chisel into the prison. Edgeworth's like, I already know how.
Right. How would Knight have managed to bring a chisel in here? Usually, it wouldn't be possible to bring a metal object into this facility undetected.
Because it's security gates, right?
Correct. But we already know that checks at one of the gates haven't been entirely thorough of late. Namely, the gate at the entrance to the detention center.
The gate is only used to scam people. Alright. Any objects they bring in the facility are only subjected to a cursory check.
Are you telling me that the chest set wasn't put through the metal detector? What?
Oh my god. Goodness gracious me, oh my. I should have been made. Alas, it seems the guards have grown a little lax in that regard of late.
The force took advantage of this little oversight and had Mr. Saint bring him the chisel. hidden inside his pocket chess set. What, was it lined with lead or something?
That does answer one of our questions. And it suggests that the chisel was indeed Mr. Knight's and not Mr. Canis's.
However, we still have one rather pressing problem to address. That of the security footage in which Knight is attacked by a dog. How does one explain it if Mr. Canis was not the culprit? But then, how do you explain his prints not being on the moiter weapon? This one's a real tree piper.
The court too finds itself wanting for a satisfactory explanation.
We are still not in session, miss. Wait, Daddy!
Are you sure?
I think it might be time to show you another one of my secret weapons. Zip. Introducing secret weapon number 4, Lil V. What the fuck are we about to introduce this time?
Oh god, I'm scared.
What sort of name is that, detective? I came up with it myself, sir. Anyway, you can use it to analyze the video footage. An excellent idea. Perhaps then you might finally see that I am telling the truth. Who knows if there's anything to be found? It has to be worth a try. Alright, want me to walk you through how to use it, sir? Seeing as I'm not exactly familiar with video analysis techniques, perhaps I should hear him out. Sure, why not? If you could run me through its functions, detective, that would be most appreciated. Yes, sir, Daddy, sir! So basically, you just gotta do what you always do. Examine anything that catches your eye. And I can examine things... And I can examine things with the cross button, I see. Next up, see those controls at the bottom of the screen? The panels on the left and right let you rewind or fast forward. See? You know how to read, don't you, player?
No.
And you can use the
we're making here.
and you can use the middle one to pause. Get used to those and you're golden, sir. You know together we're glowing. We're gonna be golden.
Oh.
It seems I can also
hiding.
It seems I can also press R to fast forward, or L to rewind the footage. And I can press A to make Starburst sing.
No.
When the video is paused, you can go to the previous frame with L, or the next frame with R. Or just use the same control panels I showed you earlier. Lastly, I'd better explain how to zoom in. Just line up the old cursor with the area you want to take a closer look at. Then use the panel in the bottom right, and Lil V will do the rest. It's got these 2 expanding arrows right on it. Can't miss it, sir. Unless you can't read. It would appear I can zoom in by pressing Y as well.
It would appear I can read.
By the way, even when you zoomed in, you can still examine stuff just like in regular view. Also, you can make use of previous and next frame to get a good look at what's really happening. Oh, yeah, this is happening. Only thing you can't do when you zoomed in is play the footage, so it is that. I see. And how do I zoom out again? Just use the panel in the lower right again, sir. See how it's going from expanding to collapsing arrows on there? That's because you zoomed in. And that about sums it up. Now let's fire Lil V up for real. Remember, just examine anything that catches your eye and you'll do fine. Footage from right forward, Sal. Other than the victim being attacked by that dog, I can't see what else it might show us. But suppose we're wrong. What could we be looking at instead? A monkey? That would just be silly. Why would there be a monkey in the prison? Could the person in
Foolish
the footage
thoughts.
be someone other than the horse? And if so, could whatever's attacking them be something else too? I should keep both questions in mind while reviewing the footage. You never know what you're gonna see once you start looking at things up close. Check every detail, sir. You'll find something, I'm sure. What in this footage seems odd?
A guy, he's a vampire!
The figure is reflected in the mirror here, too. Is that a hat? Say, don't that look like the hats the guards wear, sir? Oh, jeez, is that what I think it is? Have there been any reports of one of the animals attacking a guard recently? Not that I've heard of. So this may not be a guard at all, but somebody dressed as one.
Nah, it couldn't be.
Perhaps this might shed a little light on the matter of the hat.
Take that!
So no guards have reported being attacked by an animal as far as we know. But we did hear about a guard's spare uniform being stolen. Could the person in the security footage perhaps be someone disguised as a guard? Someone attempting to escape without being noticed? A guard disguise? That's just stupid enough to work! Wait, weren't we just talking about someone... We were indeed. Someone who seems to have successfully made his escape. If the person in the footage isn't Knight, then the creature may not be a dog either. You're right, sir. Let's zoom in and check. What in this footage seems odd?
Your mom.
Wait, that's... I suspect we may have made a critical error of judgment. What we're looking at here is no dog. This animal is... Gatito. A pig?
I mean-
A bear?
I always want to believe it's a cat.
We're allowed to save, so... That is not a dog. It is a cat!
You sure about that?
Miles, buddy, I'm squinting hard here, but nothing about this picture says kitty cat to me.
Mr. Edgeworth, the court demands that you take these proceedings seriously.
Oh no, emotional damage! It's pig!
Oink oink.
That is not a dog, it is a pig! A pig? I guess if you look at it from a certain angle...
Eustace, you idiot, that is most certainly not a pig.
Yes, Mum. Hey, look, sometimes even the most uptight people need a little lull in their lives, am I right, Miles? What the heck is a lol? What? You mean it was just some dumb joke?
Mr. Edgeworth, the court demands that you answer seriously and truthfully.
Lol had better not have meant loss of emotional damage. Draconic Bird Dragon Crystal. Let's rewind time to before we took that emotional damage.
What emotional damage? I don't know what you're talking about.
That is not a dog. It is a bear.
What? So the paw prints from the photo I took?
Were not canine, but ursine. A bear? So could that mean... Yes, I think it could. After all, who else do we know with such a pet? We had assumed that it was the dumb fucking horse in the security footage.
Well, it was his cell. It's hardly a crazy theory.
Crazy. I was crazy once.
I was crazy once.
Perhaps, but now that we know about my hole under the bed, it is no longer the only possibility. Hashtag my hole.
Hashtag my hole.
Whoever had access to my hole could very well be the one caught on camera.
And who was that, Mr. Edgeworth? Would you care to tell the court you believe the person to be?
Person in the security footage is Rocco Carthoreto.
Take that!
I believe I know who our guard in disguise is. It is none other than Rocco Carthoreto, the prisoner who recently escaped from this facility. I'm confident it's him because he was assigned a polar bear cub as his companion.
But it was all black!
Indeed, and we have evidence that explains why. The evidence that explains the polar bear's dark fur is...
Take that!
Recall, if you will, Mr. Frank Sawat's testimony. Would you care to explain why it's so dirty? Treatments I'm practicing. Let's give the animals a pack when the incident. Well, I see. Around what time would this have been? Let's see. The ship split so. Thing is, the more the signal I got, before the animals came. There's no trance quite like the trance one enters when one slathers an animal with thick black mud. While the circus performance was underway, he was giving one of the animals a mud pack treatment.
The animal could have...
Indeed, our polar bear.
Mr. Edgeworth, your latest assertion simply introduces yet another contradiction. Are you okay? Ass!
Objection!
The footage from the security camera.
Objection! I fully understand, Your Honor, and your doubts are entirely justified. Mr. Sword mentioned applying the mud pack while the circus performance was underway. And this does indeed introduce a new contradiction concerning the security footage.
It does?
Yes. Let's put it this way. When would you expect the footage to have been recorded, Kay?
It was taken right after he applied the mud pack treatment. It would have been around 9 a.m. In which case, something...
In which
Oh,
case, something isn't right about the footage.
Really?
And what's that?
Shut up. You're being mean to me. I'm sorry.
What new contradiction does the security footage introduce relative to when it was recorded? The timestamp, perhaps?
Take that!
Really?
Mr. Sword said he administered the treatment at around 9 a.m., in which case the security footage should also show a time of around 9. However, the timestamp says 6:42 a.m. On the day of the murder, the prisoners all went out to the yard to watch the circus. All except 3. Mr. Canis, who remained in his cell in maximum security. The Happy Mask salesman, who was administering a mud pack treatment in the workshop. And Rocco Carcerato, who had been awaiting that precise moment to put his escape plan into action. I believe he entrusted the bear to Mr. Sword before entering the tunnel. And the bear then slipped out of Mr. Sword's grasp to run after its person. Mr. Sword would have then left the workshop to pursue the bear, at which point he saw Mr. Canis' dog retrieving the murder weapon from the horse's body. It all fits perfectly, except for the security footage, which should have been recorded from around 9 a.m. However, the timestamp is 3 hours off.
Why would the timestamp be wrong?
Detective, I would like you to have the security camera examined. Right away, please. I'm back, Daddy! I just talked to the guards and... seems like the time codes can slip on these cameras if they lose power. What? They're pretty old, sir. Guess the clock stops when the power's off. Which would mean the power was off for approximately 3 hours at some point.
That's important. Better write it down.
That's not all, Daddy. You remember how Knight denied stealing the keys? No one believed him, considering, well, you know, seemed kind of like the only suspect. Turns out that wasn't all he said. He also said he was knocked out cold, just like the other guy. Which may not necessarily have been a lie.
Darlings, there you all are. How goes the investigation? Is there anything I can do to help things along?
Actually, there might be something we can do for you, Warden Lagarde. The escapee, Mr. Carcerato. I believe he may still be on the premises. He's disguised as a guard. Here is the proof, should you need it. We are reasonably certain that the person captured on this tape is our man. And if I am correct, he might even be right here in this room with us now.
Cursorado would have been wearing a bracelet, right?
Yes, a bracelet that could easily be hidden under the sleeves of his stolen uniform. Furthermore, The doors out of the prison proper don't have those sensors that detect the bracelets installed. So if he avoided the doors with sensors, he could simply wait for an opportunity to finally make his escape.
Well, yes, I suppose he could. Just have to avoid the workshops and the cell and oh my. He's one of you, isn't he? He's here right now. Look, it's Teddy.
Hey! Paws off! Get your mitts off of me, you big palooka! Thank you, Teddy. Very kind of you to confirm my suspicions. Dang it, kid, if it wasn't for you, I'd... What a thing it is to be loved. Ah, Mr. Carcerato. I'm almost envious.
Gods, apprehend this man!
Apprehend?
Apprehend, yep, we're going with that.
Alright, whatever you say, French lady. A moment, if you will. I have some questions for our would-be escapee. If we are to learn the truth, I will need to speak with him. With your permission, of course.
I can hardly say no now, can I?
Well, come on then. Hit me with your best shot. Come on and hit me with your best shot. Fire away! Mr. Carcerato's escape route led directly into Knight's cell. So it's highly possible he has something to offer. Like perhaps a confession. Tell me what you were doing on the day Mr. Knight's body was discovered. Pardon the pausing, I'm eating chips. So it was you guys, huh? You're the ones who found my secret getaway hole? You know how long it took me to dig that freaking thing? I had me a guard's uniform, my whole dog, and a plan in place. So I went for it on the day you found the guy. But then this little guy just had to come right after me. The second floor was covered in mud, too. Had to go back to our cell. I would have gotten away with it if somebody hadn't off night and brought you bums down here. So he had to wipe up his cell, huh? You claim to have dug that hole just now. How exactly did you do it? How? Used everything I could get my hands on, see? Hammers, spoons, you name it. Spent every dime I had on this cockamamie fixer. And what do I got to show for it now, huh? Do not be disheartened, friend. Tomorrow is another day. There's an outside chance Mr. Carcerato and Knight met face to face, just before Knight's death. I should see what other details I can extract from him.
$3.
Hold it!
The tunnel you... Shut up! Who you telling to hold it? The hole you said you... You don't know nothing! You don't know what I had to do! Had to come crawling to the fixer, monk. Had to grovel and kowtow day after day after day after day. How are you gonna give me back the hours, huh? The days! The months! I can't get a word in Edgeworth. You should have never stuck your noses in my hole! Never!
Hold it!
So the tunnel was all your own work? Every inch. You see anybody else in my cell when you was there? Hmm? Well, I see Teddy. Shut up! That's quite an effort, even for an athlete.
Yeah, not that I think, dropping things. Hang on.
Tay turned into Usami for a second.
I'm dropping things. Now that I think of it, this is an insane amount of digging for one guy.
Yeah, well, you don't even know the half of it, kid. But it ain't like I had a choice. Trust nobody and don't get caught. Them's the rules a con's gotta live by.
Huh, you know, the rules of being a great thief are pretty similar.
Okay, I'd rather you didn't start sympathizing with criminal scum.
I was just joking, Mr. Edgeworth.
It ain't no stinking joke to me! You punks owe me! I had me a guard uniform, my whole dog, and a plan in place, so I went for it on the day you found the guy. The uniform? Was that from the fixer too? Uh-huh, sure was. Heard he had something on one of the guards. Had the guy swipe it from a pal's locker. And were you wearing it when you were crawling through the tunnel? Nope, would've got dirt on it. Had to hold on to it till I got to the holding cell. Hold on to it where? But once I was out of there and all dressed up, opening the cell door should have been a piece of cake. Here we go, I thinks. Freedom beckons. And then the furball here jumps up at me. Which would be the moment captured on camera. I see. I'd be grateful if you could add that to your testimony. Once I was out of my hole and all dressed up, opening the cell door should have been a piece of cake.
Hold it!
Opening the cell door should have been a piece of cake, you say? Sure. Anything seems easy after dragging yourself through a hole in the ground. And you are familiar with the layout of the detention center, even though you live in the prison? Why wouldn't I be? It ain't like I'd never been there before. If he's familiar with the detention center, then he'd surely be aware that unlike the doors in the main prison, the holding cell doors are locked with actual keys. And I'm sure Mr. Carcerato would have needed that particular piece of evidence to make his escape.
Hold it!
When was it that you realized you were being pursued? Right when I'd gotten out of the tunnel. Right when I thought I was home free. Arrgh. You didn't notice anything before that? When you were in the tunnel, perhaps? Nah, he wasn't around, I made sure of it. Knew the little guy would have been all over me like a rash if he had been. I was so close. I could smell it. And then there he was, the little bum.
Hey, I think you're being a little mean to your friend? Teddy.
What guys, this is how we show affection. Me nothing, he rumbled me last time and now he's rumbled me again. Kids all over me, what am I supposed to do? Coming after me yesterday was bad enough. Sack of fur was covered in mud, too. Had to go back to our cell.
Hold it!
You didn't consider trying to escape with Teddy? What if I coulda? But all that mud would have given us away. Also, he's probably chipped or something. They can probably track Teddy remotely.
Probably.
Chances to break out of the big house don't exactly grow on trees, pal. When one comes along, you gotta do it right. Foiled by the one who loves him most is almost tragic. There's an outside chance Mr. Carcerato and Knight met face to face just before his murder.
Objection!
Haha.
You claim that leaving the holding cell would have been a piece of cake, as you put it. Yeah, you got a problem with that? Because we can make it a problem if you catch my drift. Even once you had reached Knight's cell, you still had another door to contend with. How exactly did you plan on opening it? Mr. Carcerato, I posit that leaving the cell would have been a piece of cake only because you had the key. I don't got no stinking key. So he's either lying or he's an idiot. I didn't need one. It was a piece of cake because the door was open. I walked right out.
Did you? Did you? I don't. For some reason, I don't believe you.
Yes, I suppose Knight's cell was vacant by that point. There would have been no reason to lock it. And it was indeed unlocked when I went to examine it for myself. So perhaps when you finally succeeded today, it truly was unlocked because it was after the murder. But you had attempted to escape previously.
Yeah, the security footage shows when you tried and failed because Teddy caught you.
Which was during the circus performance before the body was discovered. The holding cell was still locked at that time because no one knew that Knight had been killed yet. Therefore, you must have had the key to his cell on you. Without it, your escape would not have been possible.
Are you saying, could he really have?
I believe he could, yes. The theft of the keys was, in fact, perpetrated by none other than Mr. Carcereto. He is the one who attacked the guard. But not just the guard, but the women, and the children too. They were like animals, and he slaughtered them like animals. All to gain possession of the guard's keys. It wasn't me, you lousy bum. I didn't even know this horse. After you stole the keys, you went back to your cell to avoid suspicion. And then you waited for the perfect moment to escape. A moment when the prison would be almost deserted. That's right, the moment of the show. Just before the discovery of the body. Unluckily for you, that particular attempt was thwarted by your furry friend. Says who, huh? You got proof, genius? This ain't your win yet. Nuh-uh. Knight knocked the guard out for the count, and everybody knows it. Why is he quibbling over who assaulted the guard when he's also got a murder charge and possibly hanging in the air?
This is more important.
Don't play games with me. Knight was as much a victim as the guard in this case. As a matter of fact, I have proof that Knight had been attacked in his cell.
Take that!
We
Well,
found
there's
traces.
the motive. There's the. Got everything now.
We found traces of Knight's blood on the cleanly wiped floor of his cell. What could possibly explain such a thing other than him having been attacked? And it was you who attacked him! You ambushed the both of them and stole the keys.
Ray
Why, I oughta... What's with you, huh? That newspaper wiped that blood up good. Ain't no way you should have found it.
Okay, but why did you think you had to wipe it up anyway?
If they checked Knight and the god's hands, they would have seen those two never came to blows. But that blood would give up the whole game. Ain't no way they don't figure out there was a third man in the ring. Plus, once they started sniffing around on the floor, they'd have found the tunnel in a heartbeat.
Except they already checked the room, apparently didn't find anything. But...
Can't spell incompetent without cop. Without the letter C-O-P. So you wiped the blood up to buy yourself a little more time, so you could wait for a better opportunity. Sadly, the opportunity you sought wasn't good enough to get you clear of the prison, it seems. Now, hand over the keys! Right in the kisser! KO'd by a lousy, stinking bum! Fine, you want keys? Here, choke on them!
Overruled.
wait a moment. And Mr. Carcerato has here had the keys.
Indeed, Your Honor. Your theory relies on Knight having used the keys he allegedly stole to escape his cell. That was the only way he would have been able to enter Mr. Saint's cage and be moved to the workshop. Unfortunately for you, we now know that that theory cannot possibly be true. It is just a theory.
A gay theory.
Guess this changes things up a bit, yeah? Now the only person who could have moved Knight's body is the one person who knew about that tunnel. No, you gotta be freaking. Would you mind taking over my characters while I finish my bowl of chips?
Sure. No,
Okay.
you gotta be freaking.
Thank you.
Alright. No, you gotta be freaking. Mr. Conservado! You're under arrest! Come quietly down, pal! Wait, you got it all wrong! I didn't do nothing! Alright, fine. I knocked those two chumps out, and I stole the fucking keys. But after that, I went back to my cell and waited for my moment to shine. Next time I went to that fucking horse's cell, there was nobody around, and I mean nobody! Plus, his body was found in the workshop. You think I just magged my way in there or something? Like I'm a wizard or some shit? No, I ain't a wizard. I ain't Harry Potter. I couldn't even have gone out of my cell. Indeed, you only had the key to Knight's cell. You couldn't have left your own cell back in the prison. But Mr. Keynes' dog could. What? It was not you, but Helmet, who moved the body from your cell to the workshop. I get it now! You're saying he wasn't the only con in the conspiracy! I'm so funny! Indeed, one can easily imagine that Mr. Carcerato and Mr. Canis might have worked together. Mr. Carcerato could have killed Knight and dragged him back to his cell. And then Mr. Canis' dog took him from there to the workshop! There are no restrictions on the animal's movements within the prison. Movement between the detention center and the prison proper, however, tightly controlled. There was only one possible route, and only you could have taken advantage of it, Mr. Carcerato. Hold it! How can you be so sure, huh? Maybe there's more of them, and you just don't know it. Something tells me that digging even a single tunnel was arduous enough. You got that right! You tried scraping more than one hole in the dirt with a spoon!
Scraping holes, you say?
Scraping holes? That's kinda gay, bro. Like, for me, I didn't have to dig the whole way! Somebody already did a bunch of work for me! Oh. What?
You didn't dig the entire tunnel yourself? Nope. Found it when they put me in that cell. Ran all the way from there to the well in the yard already. Even looked down the well to check it from there. It was the same tunnel, alright. I just made good on what somebody else already started. Then what was the original tunnel for? Who knows? You're the one with all the answers, pal. Maybe somebody else tried to break out?
Oh, or maybe the animals dug it. Like, to get water from the well or something.
I've heard of more plausible scenarios than that in B-grade movies, Kay.
Damn.
Well's dry, kid. Ain't no water to be had down there. So, come to think of it, a smell. A smelly smell. A kind of smelly smell that smells smelly. Yeah, always smelled kind of nice down there. Nice? Gee, I don't know. Smells sort of like dessert, I guess. A sweet scent. That is a Pokemon move, is it not? Where did we come across a sweet scent before?
Take that!
Detective Gumshoe noticed a sweet smell when we were examining the horse's body. With the help of a police dog, we followed the scent of the body and traced its route back through the prison. And that, Mr. Carcerato, was how we found your hole. Could that same sweet scent be what you noticed coming from the well?
Very clever, Mr. Edgeworth.
Thank you, Mommy Gabelle.
You mean to suggest that this is evidence of the body having been moved through the tunnel?
I do. Furthermore, Mr. Carcerato, you are the only person who could have done it. Nobody else had access.
You have our thanks, Mr. Carcerato. Truly. Finally the truth comes into view. Now unburden yourself. It is time.
Right?
Hello?
He's
That's
just
not
pissing
what
right
I-
there on the floor.
That is not the type of relief I thought you were going to do. Anyway,
What, did you think I was gonna jerk off in the middle of this hallway?
no. Confess your role in this tragic incident is what I meant.
What? You ain't pinning this on me! I'm glad to see that we are finally in agreement, Mommy.
Oh, if only we were Mr. Edgeworth. Mr. Carcerato may have been an accomplice, but not of Mr. Canis. No, he was working with that fucking horse.
Horse? What do you mean?
Horses can't talk.
A horse is a horse, of course.
I do not believe that he moved Mr. Knight's body. Instead, I believe that he lent that horse the use of the keys he stole. You gotta be kidding me! Granted, it seems likely that he attacked that horse. But that doesn't necessarily mean that horse was knocked unconscious as a result. And what if he wasn't? What if he and Mr. Carcerato have reached a certain agreement?
What kind of agreement exactly?
Mr. Knight was plotting an escape. An escape for
Plotting?
which he required
Plotting?
Mr. Let me just die. Mr. Knight was plotting an escape for which he required the means of leaving his cell.
Well, unfortunately for you, you and I already agreed at your Nana's funeral. Neither of us is allowed to die, so no, I can't let you die.
Aw. And here was that precise means, in the form of the keys Mr. Carcerato had just stolen from the guard. Mr. Carcerato himself would need to pass through Mr. Knight's cell in order to effect his own escape. Mr. Knight needed only to shout and alert the guards, and Mr. Carcerato's plans would be ruined. And so, the two struck a deal.
Lady, the only striking I do is with my fists!
My. Still you deny it?
So, we're agreeing that we still disagree?
That horse had Mr. Carcerato unlock his cell so that when Mr. Saint arrived, he could escape into the cage. Mr. Saint was unable to move him into the prison proper, just as planned.
Aha! And then he took Mr. Knight into the workshop and did the dirty deed.
Eustace, you're still here?
Oh hey, happy 6 month anniversary, Kethel.
Objection!
Hey, Kevin.
Were neither of you listening? The scent on Knight's body proves that it was taken through the tunnel.
Overruled.
Overruled. I am
It
not.
was moved from his cell to the...
Perhaps if you would let me finish, Mr. Edgeworth. Gosh, men never let women finish anything. I am not denying that Mr. Knight's body was moved through the tunnel.
Then what are you driving at? Is this a trick question?
As you say, Mr. Edgeworth, the sweet scent shows that the route the body took. However, did not enter the tunnel from Mr. Knight's cell. Huh? Then how did it get down there?
The well?
There's another possibility, one you seem to have overlooked. The well in the yard. Could a body not have entered the tunnel from there?
Yes, but question: how would a body enter the tunnel in the and how would a body enter the well in the yard while a circus performance was going on without being noticed?
Yeah. On the yard? Oh yeah, that thing! Mr. Saint did not take the cage to the workshop. He took it outside for the performance.
Round the outside.
There, he killed Mr. Knight and threw his body down the well. In the middle of a circus? Huh? He is his dog and dragged Mr. Knight's body here to his owner from the bottom of the well. From the Breath of the Wild, one may say.
Ah yes, The Legend of Zelda, Bottom of the Well from the Nintendo Switch.
On that note, I would ask you to recall something.
I shall not.
Well, you're going to do it anyway, bitch. What was happening in the yard at the approximate time of the body's discovery? The circus show, right? Regina and Simeon were performing for everyone. Wait! Simeon! Ah! Oh, I don't know if that came through well. Ah, indeed. And so you see how it must also have been him who disposed of the body.
We do not agree on that.
Wait.
I feel like the circus performance with like mandatory attendance like absolves him, if anything. Judge Cavell is a truly formidable opponent.
A mummy.
She so effortlessly adjusted her theory to fit the facts.
I propose that Mr. Knight was taken to the yard, not the workshop.
Was he brought there by the milkshakes?
My belting ringing on the boys in the yard, and they're like, it's better than yours. As we have established, Mr. Knight was off stage for 15 minutes.
Mr. Knight?
Mr. Stain, sorry. Ample time to throw the body down the well, I am sure you will agree.
Objection!
Your deduction is impressive, Mommy. However, even supposing that the horse's body was indeed thrown down the well, you cannot conclusively say that it was during the show. It could have happened at a different time.
My sympathies, Mr. Edgeworth, but simply could not have.
What?
Mr. Carcerata was using the tunnel at around the time the show began. Mr. Carcerato, did you happen to trip over a corpse while you were down there?
No, place was clean.
The body had been at the bottom of the well before the show began. Mr. Carcerato would have seen it. However, he saw no such thing. Means it was somewhat, which makes it somewhat difficult to support your theory.
Your
Your
theory
gay
is already
theory.
Your gay theory is already pretty hard to support, considering the number of potential witnesses.
Furthermore, Mr. Knight's body was discovered in the workshop after the show. In summary, the body must have been thrown down the well and moved to the workshop. At some point during the show. Yeah, the well's not, really, hidden away from where the show was happening, is it?
Yeah, it's like right to the side of the stage.
Tell me, who else could have been but... Who else could have done that but Mr. Knight? Mr. Saint. I'm so used to saying Mr. Knight now. Mr. Saint.
Just remember, if you see the word knight, say dumb fucking horse instead.
You're right. What did we do, Mr. Edward?
If the body did indeed enter the tunnel from the well, things don't look good for Mr. Saint. Still. Your Honor, your game theory is still just that. A game theory. Thanks for watching. And I posit that you lack the evidence to back it up, much like MatPat most of the time.
I concede that, for the moment, I do not.
May I suggest that we investigate the yard again?
Very well. May the goddess of justice go with you.
Now then, to the yard. Perhaps we can finally sample this fabled milkshake.
Oh.
What does that sound? Is the ice cream man here?
Yikes! Is there a fire?
Did somebody else escape? Should we maybe skip town, Toad?
Bender? Darling, please, there's nothing to be alarmed about.
But an alarm literally went off.
By which I mean that's not an alarm, it's a dinner bell. Although I suppose it's rather alarming if you aren't used to it. Certainly scared the heck out of me. I'm so sorry, Sweet Pea. I hope you can forgive us.
That definitely wasn't just a one-off joke. That is setting up for something.
Yep. Alright, you two, back to your post. Chop, chop. And as for you, Rocco Carcerato, it's time you went back to your room.
Yeah, fine, I get the picture. Come on, Teddy,
Good
we're out of
boy.
here. Warden Lagarde, we'd like to take one more look around the yard now.
Oh, darlings, don't you have homes of your own to go to? Visiting hours are over, I'm afraid. Tomorrow.
No, it is imperative that we investigate it right away.
I think we've had quite enough excitement for one day, don't you? Murderers, escapees, so eventful.
She's the culprit, isn't she?
That's what I was about to say. I'm like, she's being a little too... Yeah.
She's definitely covering something.
It's time our guest went home to Betty Boys, isn't it? Yes, it is. Come on now, darling. Don't make me bore you with all that. I am the warden. This is an utter nonsense.
Like we're going to cross-examine her, and there's going to come a turning point where she like opens up her coat and like she's like covered in scars or like scratch marks and such.
Yep. What'd she hide under there? Warden Lagarde is right. Her word is law here. We must respect her wishes. Mr. Edgeworth, your investigation of the yard will have to wait until tomorrow. You may keep your badge for now. The matter you're standing can wait. I bid you all a good day. Mommy, sorry. Mommy. What are you waiting for, kiddykins? Off we go.
At least there is a tomorrow for me. Mommy Gavel believes that Knight's body was dropped down the well, and then taken through Mr. Carcerato's cell to the workshop. But is that truly the case? Do the facts really support her theory? Her game
No.
theory? Thanks for watching. She also seems to believe Mr. Saint had to be the one to move the body. But was he really the only one with the opportunity to do so? Was he, Helmut? Was he?
Well, I wonder if there will be any evidence that could be incriminating that could be kind of removed, within this time that we can't investigate. Come on, Mr. Edgeworth, tomorrow's another day. Well, we'll find it. It'll be fine. We'll figure out a way to save Simeon. I know we will.
Someday we'll find it. The Rainbow Connection. Lovers, the Dreamers, and me.
Someday
we
we'll
will.
find it. Rainbow connection.
I will prove that Mr. Saint is innocent beyond a shadow of a doubt. To be continued. These cases feel long. Ladder,
Eh.
crime scene recreation. So we're busting out
Yeah,
little teeth again.
This feels longer than I think the cases in the first game. Besides from the last case, that case felt so long because it was. Their case didn't feel that bad.
Yeah. March 29th, 10:12 a.m. Prison yard. So here we are again. It's always such a pleasure. Remember when you tried to kill me twice? Let's hope we can find something this time that will finally reveal the truth behind it all. Although that might be easier said than done. If only we had some sort of device that could simulate the yard as it was the day of the murder. Hint, hint, hint.
Nah, that would be too easy, Mr. Edgeworth. I don't know what you mean. I've never heard of a device like that before. It would be really powerful, though. There's something here left to investigate.
Mommy Gavel's deduction yesterday.
There is another possibility, one you seem to have overlooked. You see? The well in the yard, see? Could have a body not have entered the tunnel from there? In summary, the body must have been thrown down the well and moved to the workshop. We know what circus was happening at the time. I'm an idiot. See? At some point during the show, see?
Yeah, I'm as stupid as I am pretty, and I'm very pretty. Yeah.
Yeah, you want to feel my titties?
I wasn't gonna say it, but go off, I guess.
Pop off, sis. Tell me who else could have done that but Mr. Saint, see?
Could even Mr. Saint have done it with all those witnesses present? Had the horse's body really been thrown down the well? That would be very impressive. Horse bodies are very big. The answer to that question will surely show us the way forward. But before we begin, I should tidy up my organizer a little. Unnecessary evidence has been removed. Remaining evidence has been shuffled.
Let's see here. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Huh? There's a cover on it.
A dried up well slap bang in the middle of a prison? Figures it'd be locked.
Well, luckily, I'm a master lockpicker. Want me to do my stuff?
I think not. We'll do this investigation by the book. See, you have to do the cooking by the book.
Mr. Edgeworth, I like my own recipes. Don't be such a stick in the mud. Whoa! Whoa!
What is it, Kay?
The lock's broken, and from the looks of it, it's been broken for a long time.
If that's the case, then anyone could have thrown Knight's body down the well.
Even the warden herself.
Mommy Gavel's theory that Mr. Saint carried out the murder here in the yard. And then during the performance, he threw the body down the well. What are you thinking, Miles Reno? Plausible or no?
Huh? Why don't we see if Missile can help us out again? He'll be able to tell us if Mr. Knight's body was here and which way it went.
Good idea. I'll call Detective Gumshoe.
You mean defective?
Don't be mean, Kay. Gumshoe this! Detective, I need your assistance. Come to the prison yard, and bring the milkshake with you. You bet, Daddy! Gumshoe's 7 secret weapons to the rescue again, huh? I'm fairly sure Missile belongs to the precinct. I'd also like you to bring one of our witnesses. Call the Berry Big Circus and ask Miss Regina Berry to come down here with you. Yes, sir! I'll be there before you know it!
So, what shall we do while we're waiting for Gummy? How about a quick game of hide-and-go-seek?
Do you think we're in grade school, Kay? Do you think this is recess?
No, I guess.
Fun idea, kiddo, but where exactly would we hide? He's not seriously considering it. Your game can wait, Kay. We need to call on one of your more practical skills. I think you know the one. And by skills, I mean gadgets.
You bet I do! One crane scene recreation. Coming right up!
Say what now?
Reason that Mr. Edward keeps you around. Let me show you. Introduce a great thief's great secret weapon, Little Thief.
Whoa! Screens appearing from thin air? This is some next level tech, little sis. Want to talk me through the dates? What are you doing now? Well, let's see. You're 17, and I'm almost 20 years older than you. So yeah, you're little.
Nuh-uh. Anyway, I'm putting everything we need for the simulation.
Simulation? Like in the Matrix?
Yeah,
Allow me to
exactly.
explain. Allow me to explain. This is Dorobu-kun. It is a device that can recreate crime scenes at specific moments in time based on the data you feed it.
Which means it's extremely biased. Oh
What
no.
are you talking about? Artificial intelligence is always reliable.
Oh yeah.
How about I start us off with a recreation of what the yard looked like yesterday?
Good idea. That was when they were in the middle of tearing down the stage. We didn't pay much attention to the well then. Who knows, we may have overlooked something.
Leave it to me. I'll use the phototope. Beepity boop. Beep beep boop bop beep. That's all the data. Just gotta pump the projection power to max and
Yes, hello. I was wondering if you could play that song again. The one that goes beep boo boo bop beep boo bop.
beep boo bop boo bop. Dark skies of evening, when no other bird dares take wing. One alone remains all-seeing.
Your poetry still needs work, Kay.
Shut up! Now, witness the true power of real modern-day Robin Hood! Magic Girl transformation!
Yikes! What is this? Are we in the Battle Network?
It's a recreation of how things were yesterday, modeled on the data I gave Little Thief. This gadget was a tool used by the original Yatagarasu.
Oh man, the yokai had this?
Where you get the idea? They used it to plan robberies.
Well, you said the original Yatagarasu, and that's a yokai.
Oh, no, I meant my father. And then
Wait,
his
you-
companion.
Wait, you're the daughter of the Yatagarasu? Well, there's no harm for using it for something on the right side of the law now.
Oh, but keep in mind that it can only recreate what you tell it to, so it's very biased.
Bias schmias.
It can't emulate things it doesn't have data for, and if the data itself contains mistakes, well, you're an idiot. You'll wind up with those same mistakes in the recreation, too.
Recreational mistakes are the worst. But this particular recreation is based on case photos, so we shouldn't run into any problems. In this case, player, hint hint.
Keep an eye.
That's enough preamble. Shall we get started? Begin investigation.
You can examine stuff into recreation just like in real life. You can also present evidence to try and clear up any inconsistencies you find.
Of course. Thank you for the reminder.
You're welcome.
Now, let's take a look at that well. Well, well, well. What was the name of our trunk-happy friend again?
Azia the Asian elephant.
I wonder if that's supposed to be pronounced Azia.
Azia? Probably.
Asia, the Asian elephant. Of course, how could I forget? Not exactly inspired, though, is it? Yeah, okay, yeah, it's definitely supposed to be Asia in that case. Was Miss Berry having an off day when she came up with it?
Oh my gosh, Mr. Edward, not from the poor elephant herself. God, you're gonna embarrass her.
It's fine, this isn't the real Asia, it's just a digital recreation of her. A wicker basket, or rather a cart given the wheels.
Huh? Hey, wouldn't it be fun to hop in and race it down the hill?
Kay, do you have any insurance?
Probably. Ooh, you know what else would be fun? Racing down a hill on office chairs.
Kay, how many times have you been to the hospital?
No comments.
Where did any of that come from? This door appears to be locked.
Want me to open it? Can't guarantee anything, but I'll certainly give it a try.
No,
Give it
if
all
we
I
deem it
got.
necessary, we will.
Sorry.
If we deem it necessary, we will simply ask for the key.
Spoil sport? That could have been my chance to shine.
You're free to shine somewhere else, but you'll not make an audience out of me. You crazy diamond.
Huh?
Yes, this is where the circus show stage stood.
Do you think people will be interested in a great thieving show?
I'm sure the police would be very eager to attend.
You're no fun, Mr. Edgeworth.
I don't intend to be fun. I intend to find the truth. A great thief's great secret weapon. Color me intrigued, Miles Areno. Not exactly by-the-book stuff, though, yeah? Using great thief doodads in an official investigation. Whoa, enough with the death stares, Chief. I'm cool, okay? I can keep a secret. Anything for the truth, am I right? It's possible that vital evidence has already been destroyed. Without Kay's reproduction of the scene, we have no hope of finding it. Hey, relax. Like I said, I'll just zip it and nod politely while you cats do your thing. Meow. Yeah, that would be very helpful. These chairs must have been for the audience.
Wow, I pay whoever had to put them all away.
Really? Why?
Huh, you've clearly never had to fold up a bunch of boring chairs before, huh?
Not personally. I've told other people to do it, though. Have I mentioned that I'm rich?
You have. Come on, Mr. Edgeworth, you gotta roll up your sleeves and help out once in a while. Do the hard labor.
I'll consider it.
You'll consider it?
We should examine this area carefully. It may just hold the clue we need. There's a sturdy-looking hemp rope lying on the ground.
Speaking of the ropes we used for playing tug-of-war in school.
The answer is no, okay?
What? Yet?
That didn't go through.
What? I didn't even say anything. Yet.
I see it also has a metal stake attached to one end. Mmm, steak. No, not that kind of steak, okay?
Aww. Oh yeah, it let me used to pop a tent.
The answer to that is also no, okay?
Aw, come on, Mr. Edgeworth. Why are you no fun?
But there was no tent, was there? In which case, what was it used for? Dragging a body? It's a metal weight of some kind. It looks like it weighs... Projection makes it a little tricky to read. Do you remember how heavy it was, Kay? Projection makes it a little tricky to read.
Don't be mean to him. It was 30 pounds. So you can't see that, Mr. Edgeworth? Do you need your glasses?
Perhaps I should consider getting them. Not yet, though. Not yet.
What does anything... what does anyone need such a heavy weight for anyway?
It doesn't seem related to the circus show, at any rate. What are a bunch of pulleys doing here? They don't seem to be well pulleys for lifting buckets. What is this bloody top doing here?
What is this photograph?
The well was behind the stage, which means there aren't many people who could have thrown Knight's body down it during the show. This is looking worse and worse for Mr. Saint. We're going to keep pretending.
So, what do you think all the stuff around the well was used for? I can't see any of the animals needing them for their part of the performance.
Indeed. Nothing immediately strikes me as a likely purpose. We'll have to ask Miss Berry later. I suspect that's about all there is to find for now. Detective Gumshoe should be here soon, too. Okay, you can power down Dorobu-kun for now.
Sure thing! Prepare to return to normality.
Oh, there goes gravity. Sorry, Daddy! I came as quick as I could!
Speak of the devil.
Devil? Where? Ah, detective. That was indeed impressively quick. You know me, Daddy. Never did like to keep you waiting.
No, I suppose not.
Thanks for coming all this way, too, Regina.
No problem. This seemed way more fun than rehearsal, so I ditched them for the day.
Slay girl. Slay queen. Alright, detective. Let us get started with Missile. Yes, sir, Daddy, sir. Hey, Missile, over here, boy. What's the matter? Come on, boy, come on. What is wrong with him? Looks like he's scared of something, sir.
Not like you, Gumshoe.
Yeah, alligator.
Alligator.
Guess he's not a fan, Daddy. Well, I doubt he'll be of much help to us like this. Any other bright ideas, Malzarino? Yes, actually. Miss Barry, would you mind lending us a hand? Not would you mind mending us a hand?
I'd love to. Just tell me what you need.
You want me to teach Allie some tricks?
I don't doubt she could do it, but nothing quite like that. Simply like an account of what the yard looked like during the show.
Like where this is going. You're thinking of using Little Thief again, am I right?
If you would be so kind.
For you, Edgeworth? Of course. Okay, I plugged in all the data, firing up the simulation.
Okay, so we're just like leapfrogging over the part where Regina tells us what it was like. Performance. March 27th, 8 a.m.
Here you go. This is what the yard was like during the show.
The time at which the body was purported to have been thrown down the well.
Oh wow, this is so amazing. It's like real magic.
Not like that fake shit Max does.
No magic here, just sweet, sweet data. Which is why...
The area behind the stage is missing.
Yeah, Regina said that she wasn't involved in getting the stage set up. So, we don't have any data on what it was like back there.
No data, no simulation, huh? Brutal.
I'm so sorry, you guys. It's all because I let Simeon do everything by himself.
Oh no, it's all my frilly associates' fault. Objection, Fender.
Hey, we got fresh simulation now, but we still have the other data too.
Hey, stop trying to make fresh happen. It's never going to happen.
That is so fresh. Switch. Oh. No, what happened to my voice for a second? I can switch back whenever you want the recreation of them taking down the stage.
So we can examine the scene both during and after the show, and switch between the two at will. I can switch between recreations by using Frost to talk with Kay. Now then, let's continue our investigation, shall we? Continue investigation. Prison yard. How's your voice feeling?
It's okay. I just...
Yeah,
Why?
because we only have about 10 minutes left. We could call it early if you're feeling fatigued. I do have a chore to take care of after this as well.
If you want to call it, we can.
Alright, this is a natural enough stopping point anyway, so... All right, that's going to be it for tonight, chat. Hope y'all had fun. Hope y'all will join us on either Star or Imaginary's channel tomorrow. If it's Star's channel, expect pop. If it's Imaginary's channel, we have no idea what to expect. Kethel, I'm glad you stopped by as well. Always happy to have you. And come back here on Thursday, right? Thursday stream?
Yep.
All right, Thursday stream for, depending on whether or not Imaginary is available, either RE4 Make Separate Ways or the continuation of this investigation. Good night, chat. Love y'all. Bye.
Bye, Twitch crowd. Love you all. Bye.